On their way to Fort Blackdove, the champions and new companion TP are joined by an old friend, Kethra Icewind, the werebear ranger of the Northern Mountains. Upon hearing that Prince Corrin was in danger, she immediately led the charge to the fort. Taking Bryn Lightfeather's advice, the champions entered through a sewer gate. The saturation of undead disturbed young TP, who managed to stealth his way through the dungeons below the fort proper, steering the group clear of torture chambers and zombie ogres. Thanks to TP's high-leveled sneaking, the party managed to avoid direct confrontation with the undead and make their way to the stairs leading up. Their sleuthing uncovered clues to the secret secondary use King Sarath had for Fort Blackdove, and this new, haunting knowledge found, the champions decided to push on to the next level of the fort. Alright, so you have made it to the second floor. Well, sorry, you have made it to the first floor, your second floor of this place. The main floor. You have made it to the main floor.
I assume I'm going up the stairs first.
Yeah. Alright. Yep. So, TP, what you see is, much like downstairs, there's a 200-foot long hallway that leads to an enormous pair of double doors. On the west side, there's a doorway, and on the east side, there's another hallway, it looks like, about midway down.
You said we're coming in from the north, right?
Yes, you're coming in from the north.
Check the first door before we start going down the hallway?
Well, the hallway, I mean, based on the map, so presumably what I can see, it looks like the doorway is immediately across from the hall.
Yes.
So if there's somebody down that hallway, I can't check the door without being seen.
And based on our, because we did get the map and such from, the notes and the plans, we would know, would we know what the rooms are, or just that they are there?
There would be a general overview. So, for instance, like the doorway that you want him to check, that leads to the grand dining hall.
Okay.
And that there's a kitchen off of that hall.
Okay, so they're labeled.
They're labeled, but very vaguely.
Okay.
Right.
Vague labels are still labels. I would say just listen at that door, see if anybody's in there, but that should be the dining hall.
Okay. So Teapot sneaks down the hallway. When he gets to the T intersection, out of like a little pouch on his belt, he pulls out a teeny tiny little mirror, and he just kind of like real subtle, like brings it up to the corner so he can see around the corner.
Alright, you see a hallway that leads to a set of stairs going up, and 3 doors, 2 on the north, 1 on the south.
But no people. Okay, so he feels confident then, and he goes over and he listens at the door across from the hallway, aka the dining room door.
Alright, roll perception.
14.
Alright, you don't hear anything.
Okay, checking to see if the door is open or not. Like unlocked or not.
It is definitely unlocked. You can jiggle the handle. This is where people go to eat.
Yep, very gently crack the door open a slight bit to peek inside.
Roll a stealth check.
Okay. That's a 1, baby.
Plus 1. I want to know, like, the final...
Plus...
And for the pass without a trace.
Oh, plus the pass without a trace?
Yeah, because Scratch went with you.
Oh, well, so the total is actually 20.
Perfect.
A dirty 20.
You still beat the zombies' passive perception. But because it's a natural 1, I still want to slightly inconvenience without setting off the combat. You open the door and you just kind of see the zombie, these bodies. They're sitting at the table.
Oh.
And they're sitting upright and their hands are moving as if they're pulling food to them. And they actually are. It's this rotting food that they're pulling up to their mouths. They open their mouth and they chew it, swallow it, and it kind of falls out of their bloated stomachs onto the ground.
Oh.
It's like they're getting ready for their duties, but just mechanically at this point.
Oh.
How many?
And you just get that feeling like you're ready to puke. There's 8 of them in there. Like,
All right, so he quietly closes the door.
Yep. Close the door. Step away.
Yeah, I would say he pukes.
Nice.
Sorry.
First zombie.
It takes him a moment to like collect himself, and when he's done with that, he will attempt to lock the door.
There's no lock. It's a
Okay, then he just.
Is there a way
like-
to, like, penny it?
It's a double door, so
No.
No.
not penny it.
I've got it. Do I have any like?
You can take like rope and like tie.
I was just gonna say that. That's
Yeah.
literally what I was gonna say. I take like a bit of rope, and I just tie like a nice sturdy knot.
around the door handles. Like,
Yeah.
we're not going in there.
Nope.
Someone's gonna come by later and be like, who fucked with all my doors?
Yeah, the zombies are definitely gonna wonder what the other zombies were doing.
Who fuck with door? Starts chewing on the rope because he doesn't know any better. He's a zombie.
All right. Yeah.
We should start down the hallway, check those doors, and then go up the stairs.
Sure. When you say the doors, you mean the ones down the hallway, not the double
Yes.
doors at the end.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So, he moves up, and he's gonna do the single door on the south side first.
Alrighty.
Same thing. Gonna roll perception. I think that's 21.
You don't hear anything.
Okay. Checking the door. Like to see if it's locked.
Right? It's not locked.
Okay. Again, gently pushing it open.
Right. Inside, you see a bed chamber that has little more than a bed. There's like a side table. It seems dusty and unused, but maybe a lesser officer would have lived in this room.
No diagonal doors.
No diagonal doors. It's just a small, like 15 by 20 room.
Okay.
If you want to investigate any
Yeah.
further, you'd have to roll.
Yep, that's fine. I'll do that. I'll go in and I'll just check some drawers and stuff. Poke around
Alright.
a little.
Roll investigation.
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 12.
12. Not finding anything. Just
All right. That's fine. So he comes back to the group. "Oh, nothing in there. I didn't see anything.
Okay.
So unless they want to go into the room, he's gonna close it, not lock it, and then
And the fact that you don't lock it speaks volumes.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't have gone in otherwise. But yeah, so he turns around and gets the door immediately across the hall. Same thing, listens at the door and checking for traps.
alright. Roll perception.
Oop. 11.
You hear the faintest scratching.
Okay.
Do you want a second opinion?
I think I think that's exactly what happens. Is he's listening, he's like, and he looks back and he just kind of taps his ear and then points at the door and points like to the like he's doing like little hand signals.
Who has better perception, you or me, Scratch?
Mine is +4.
That's better than mine. I only have a +1.
So I will go up to the door.
Alrighty.
I will listen.
Roll perception.
15.
You hear the scratching. It sounds rhythmic, almost like a quill on paper.
Writing.
Okay, so TP just kind of looks at you and like puts his hands up like in a in that shrug position, like I don't know what you want me to do.
Well, this is a guard's room.
Yeah, it's possible. Unlikely, but possible.
The prince could be in there.
Yeah, do we want to go in?
Okay, so I'm making a stealth roll. 22.
So you open the door ever so slightly and put your mirror in. And inside, you see a man sitting at a desk, just scratching away at a piece of paper with a quill. He's just writing furiously. And there's a small candle on the table casting just enough light that he's able to work, but it's almost like the candle is there to make the shadows deeper than it is to actually give any light.
But we can't see if he's a zombie or not.
Oh, he's definitely not a zombie. He looks like a person.
Does he look, well, would TP know if it's the king from behind?
It's certainly not the king.
Okay.
Is he in armor, or is he in clothing? And is there a weapon?
He's wearing armor. He looks like he's wearing a guard's uniform. He looks almost like a Morning Star. But he's wearing some outdated stuff.
Alright, that's weird that he's not a zombie, but he's wearing ye olde clothes. He turns back and he's like, I don't know, it's like a guard writing. I don't see the prince.
I'm going to,
P.S. I assume Kethra's been with us this whole time.
Oh yeah, Kethra's been there the whole time. She
Okay,
hasn't
yeah.
been saying anything. Just
Right. There hasn't been any need to, yeah. Okay.
Kreg is starting to get antsy.
Kethra would kind of put her hand on your shoulder. Kreg,
Mm-hmm.
do you understand my relationship with the prince?
I do, I think.
Please don't do anything to jeopardize him.
I won't. I'm being good. You just see his leg just bouncing.
I feel everything you're feeling right now. I want to act. But right now I need to trust.
I trust my friends. I'm just bored.
Oh boy. Okay, so
She has this look on her face like, you're feeling bored, I'm feeling anxiety. We are not the same.
I'm going to make sure I have the pendant from Korth in my hand. It was Korth, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to carefully, take a step in.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, TP's stepping back and letting you do whatever, because he was going to close that door and walk away if you didn't tell him anything else.
I'm going to ready myself to attack this guy.
Alright.
So is
Step
Kreg.
in.
Yes.
Nothing happens. He just keeps writing.
Excuse me? Sir?
Just keeps writing.
Gonna walk over to see what he's writing then.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
So you walk over to where he's writing, and you could wave your hand in front of his face. He's not reacting to you at all. It's like he doesn't even see you as you walk over. But as you get closer, you do see that he is writing, "We are betrayed," over and over and over again on that paper. And glinting in the light, around his neck, you see a small silver key hanging from a chain.
I'm gonna try to swipe that key.
Damn it, we're gonna need the key.
You're going to try and swipe the key?
I'm gonna try to swipe the key.
How are you swiping the key?
Is there a clasp or something?
You're going to try and sleight of hand it off of him?
Yeah.
Not grab and rip, it's sleight of hand.
No, sleight of hand. Something I'm actually, good at.
Mm-hmm.
If only I can roll well. Let's see.
Let's see what happens. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
Okay, 15.
You're able to slide the key off of it without it noticing.
I'm gonna carefully slip out of the room with the key.
Alright.
TP looks at you guys and is pointing at the door.
I motion for you to, yes, lock it.
Okay.
That could have gone so badly.
Again, what is it? It's my dexterity and proficiency plus the roll?
Yep.
17 to lock the door.
Alrighty.
Alright, so the next door down, which is the last door in this hallway, correct?
Correct.
Alright, same shtick. We're gonna perception. This one's not as good. 8 perception.
Alrighty. Let me double check what this room's contents are. Aha, so a 0 stealth. You hear a lot of moaning and shuffling in there.
Oh, okay.
That's a 2 minus 2.
If the door is not locked,
It is now.
It is
the door is now locked.
All right.
Rolled an 18.
Yep, so the door is locked.
Good. Let's keep going. Don't like this building at all.
So sneak up the stairs?
Yeah.
The floor that you are standing on is a long hallway that has 6 doors. 3 on the north, 3 on the south. They are kind of equidistant from one another. The 3 to the south, you know, lead outside to the battlements. The 3 to the north lead into bedchambers. The 2 that flank the center they're more lavish bedchambers. The one in the middle is the royal suite.
So pretty sure it's the middle one, but let's check the other ones.
So the first one you come up to are 7.
Rinse and repeat.
You got this, kid.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
He gives you a very weak smile. 16.
16. You don't hear anything,
Okay.
but you smell something sickly sweet coming from the other side.
Okay.
Sounds like a zombie if I ever smelt one.
No, more like a Yankee candle. It's like walking past a Yankee candle.
Like incense or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, should they be able to smell it too?
If they get close enough to the door, yeah.
Okay. So I turn and I tap my ear and shake my head no, and then I tap my nose and nod.
Yes, I can smell that too, you know.
Okay, well, is there anything I can roll?
Make a nature check.
Okay. 12.
It smells like your great aunt Rita.
Ew. Oh no, like an old person.
Like an old person's perfume.
Oh no. I'm gonna start to check the door to see if it's locked.
Roll investigation.
Investigation. Oh, to check and see if it's locked?
Yep.
Nat 20.
It is locked, but with the nat 20, you're like, oh, this is a cheap lock. Click.
Okay.
And you open the door
Quietly.
quietly.
Stealthily, even?
Stealthily, even. It doesn't matter. There's nothing inside, because when you open the door and look in, there is a lavish bedchamber, 4-post bed that's a little moth-eaten at this point, and the scent grows unbearably strong as you look at the vanity and see it is covered in bottles of perfume, some of which have been shattered. So they have broken and mixed and soaked into the carpet, and it just smells awful in here.
Well, the fact that it still smells...
Means it was recent.
It was recent, yeah. Okay, if I don't see anything, I'm gonna go in.
There are a few bottles that are still okay. Still unbroken.
Okay, again, if I don't see anything and I
Don't see
haven't...
anything. No.
Then I will go in and... well, I'll wave my hand and I'll go in.
I'll follow TP.
I'll follow in too.
So as you head inside, there are probably about half a dozen unbroken bottles, each worth about 10 gold pieces if you wanted to collect them.
Sure.
The blankets, curtains, and pillows are all moth-eaten on the bed, and it is sagging a bit. And the windows are smudged and covered with dirt.
Does the perfume seem more... it's perfume, but does it seem more like a lady would use this kind of perfume?
It smells... it's hard to tell based on all of them being mixed together like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it smells as though, this was someone's collection over years, and, the scents changed as they changed and grew, and...
Some of the bottles are probably emptier than others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell, but it definitely would be like a young woman growing into an old woman kind of collection. Which is odd in a fort, but It may have been, maybe this was like a parlor or a resting place for the wife.
That's what I was afraid of.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
How much you wanna bet she's here as an undead?
The cat does not go in the smelling room.
I don't blame you. Is there anything else of interest in the room?
Not really.
Okay, in that case, TP is gonna presumably follow everyone or lead everyone out, and he doesn't see any need to lock the door.
Alright.
The next door down the hallway is the big master room, right?
I would not do the big master room yet.
That was what TP was gonna ask. He kind of looks at you and gets like a signal to go check the next door. So he goes down the hall to the last one.
Right.
Same thing, listens at the door. 13.
You don't hear anything.
Okay, checks the door for traps / lock.
This one is actually not locked.
Oh. Okay. Then stealthily, he will open it.
Alright. Look inside. The bedchamber looks almost exactly the same as the one you were just in, except minus the perfumes and lady shit. There are 2 wardrobes instead of 1. And inside, well, you don't see inside them yet. But there is also a pair of smaller beds and a table sitting between them. And you hear Kethra gasp a little bit as she looks in.
Yep.
I'd forgotten about this. This is... When we children, we would stay in here when there was business at the fort. She kind of strolls in, goes over to a wardrobe, and starts digging through it. She's like, I can't believe it's still here. And she pulls out a little owlbear puppet.
Oh.
And you guys can start investigating the room a bit if you like.
Sure.
Sure, let's investigate the room.
My heart, though, Bryan. Why you do this?
Because I'm a monster.
11.
And so 11, you find like furs and things in the wardrobe.
13.
13, same dirty windows.
TP doesn't really do any searching because he sees everyone's quite comfortable in this room, so he just kind of stands awkwardly by the door.
14 investigation.
Kreg finds it. So Kreg, you're like doing that thing, sniffing the ground, butt in the air that you like to do.
Yeah.
And you get yourself over to that center table, and underneath it you find a little leather satchel. Perfectly square, folded down with a snap, almost untouched by time or dust.
I open it up.
Inside, you see a collection of cards. Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards! A children's card game!
No. He would be curious. I pull a card.
Alrighty.
Basically, he pulls a card and pulls the rest of them, I guess, in his bag, just because he's like going to inspect the card he pulled.
Let me grab my deck here. 9 of hearts.
Oh, it's a heart. How bad could it be? Watch, I lose everything.
Good thing there's an armory downstairs.
So you pull the card out, and in front of you appears a giant, 2-headed giant.
What?
Stooping slightly in the room. Just kind of looking around dully, like, "Rrr."
Is the card still in my hand?
Card still in your hand.
Is it attacking us?
It's just standing there.
Okay, TP, like, squeaks a little, like, yep!
I kind of go, hi?
Just stares.
At me?
Yeah.
I kind of start scooching to the left. Then
You're standing between the beds. You have to, like, climb on the bed to try and get around him.
It's kind of like I kind of move a little bit just to see if he's, like, actively following me.
Nope. Well, actually,
It's a
you're
giant.
still holding the card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's following you.
Okay. Alright.
TP is, like,
Kreg?
Greg.
gesticulating wild, like, pointing, and, like, his eyes, but he's, like, trying to be quiet, and he's like,
Kreg
He's
just
like
kind
hyperventilating a
of
little.
See it.
puts the card in his pocket for right now, and he's just like,
Puts the card in his pocket or puts the card back with the rest of the cards?
I put it in my pocket for right now, just because I see this, and I'm just like,
It continues to stare at you, and every time you take a step, it has to get closer to you.
It's not attacking, though.
Nope.
Does anyone know how to speak to it?
Greg,
What
did you do?
I don't know. I found this thing on the ground and then I pulled a card.
He gesticulates wildly.
I don't know what it is.
And you could try putting the card back in the thing.
Okay. I take the card. I slowly put it back into the deck.
And he vanishes.
I pull it back out.
TP just sits down hard on the ground, like, what the fuck is happening?
You pull a card back out.
No, I pulled this. As far as I know, I pulled this. I tried to pull the same. I haven't let go. I put it in and then I pull it out.
So you try to pull the same card back out. You get the Queen of Spades.
Oh, okay.
And a woman with snake-like features, snakes for hair, stands before you, eyes flashing yellow.
Kreg just kind of goes and swings at it.
And your axe passes right through her.
Huh.
Kethra,
Hey, what? I don't know what's going
what
on.
is that?
Oh, it looks like a
Oh.
Medusa, but it apparently isn't.
Arcanum?
Keather's my favorite. Well, it looks like a Medusa.
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
No, 10.
It's definitely a magical item.
I just kind of
Fucking shit.
tap my necklace. Do you know what this is?
Oh god, it's a deck of illusions.
Thank you.
How do you not know these simple things?
I was a very poor student, obviously.
You're going to be my greatest project, aren't you? And it goes silent with a sigh.
Thank you. It's a deck of illusions, Kreg.
So they're not real.
No. But it might give it might give the king pause for a moment.
Okay, so TP is just gobsmacked. And just like trying to be like, oh, okay. Like you hear him like, it's just an illusion, it's just an illusion, everything's fine. The Medusa lady is gone, the giant thing is gone.
Everything's cool, bro. Everything's cool.
Yeah, nothing wrong, I'm okay.
A giant with two heads, I kind of look to Kethra and Etten, I think?
Sounds about right to me. Don't run into a lot of them. I think they're Underdark creatures.
Yeah. Well, there's one room left.
Hey, Kethra says, taking her bow out. Hey, there is.
I'm gonna grab mine as well.
Yeah, better get ready. Gonna be one hell of a fight.
Mm-hmm.
That it is.
I thought we were just checking to see if he would... You think he's really here?
If he is, that's where it'll be.
Let's hope not.
Well, it's just the king, I mean... He's like looking around at you guys like readying your weapons and stuff.
Yeah, it's just the Lich King.
What?
And that's where you pee yourself.
Yeah, a little bit.
And now we go in.
Alright. So the door is locked. However, one of you has a key.
Yes, I do.
You found the boss key.
Yeah, I did.
The dungeon big boss key.
Yeah, it's about.
Da 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 da.
I don't know shit about Arcana, but I can sleight a hand all day. Unlock.
There's a sex joke in there.
Yes, there is. Anyway, unlock the door.
Alright. So you unlock the door.
And TP is like kind of stammering. Like I assume you're unlocking the door while. Wait, what? What?
Alright, so
He's the
you
one
open
now?
the
Yeah.
door to this massive chamber. The walls are draped with horrific and tattered tapestries, paintings, and twisted works of art. In the center of the room is a raised platform where an enormous bed is set, in which is a still form. On the wall behind the bed is a grotesque painting deformed by time, of Sarath, a woman you don't recognize but can assume the identity of, and a young Corum.
You said there's a still form in the bed?
There's a still form in the bed, up on the platform. It's like a raised platform. You take like 3 steps and you're on the platform where the bed is.
I feel
Because nothing says I want to go to bed like having to go upstairs.
Is there any sign of the shadow?
I mean, there's a lot of shadows in here. It's not well lit.
Let's approach the bed.
Okay, TP is like kind of standing at the back, and he's not leading the charge now, and he's like kind of like trying to be real quiet, but he's like,
I feel
what?
Kreg is gonna lead the charge with his new long double-handed longsword, and just like that's kind of leading the way right now, just being like, all right.
I assume Kethra is also like...
Kethra, it was like all she could do to not run. Like her ranger instinct is don't run in. So you see her like ready to go, but she is able to hold herself back.
Yeah, I'll happily go first. I have more hit points anyway to...
So you walk in, and you approach the bed. A chill wind whips through the room and slams the door shut behind you. And the shadow begins to swirl, pulling up ash and embers to take on the form of Sarath, no longer even bothering with the illusion. The full skeletal face, glowing red and yellow eyes, as he snarls at you. You have come to steal my son, have you? You will never have him! You will never take him, like my wife was taken. In her name, for her vengeance, I will send you to her!
Oh no, poor TP. He's having a bad day.
Roll initiative.
So 21.
21.
I got a 15.
Piper?
15? But Kreg has a better dex than I do.
Alright, so Kreg will go first.
Yep.
And TP?
16.
16. Oh, you go before Kreg and Piper. But all of you go before Kethra.
Oh, sweetie.
And Sarath.
Oh, good.
That's
That's
what
good.
I care more about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kethra still goes last.
Oh. That's less good.
Alright, so Scratch. You are up first.
I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Alright, so you've cast Hunter's Mark on him, and he is standing directly in front of Kreg.
Is he the only thing there?
He seems to be the only creature in the room outside of whatever the still form in the bed is, which at this point you could probably guess what that is.
Yeah. So, gonna punch him. Well, I'm gonna go up and say, ready for round 2? And then I punch him. 19 to hit.
That will hit. Question.
Yes.
Have you gotten to the level where your punches are magical?
Is a good question. Yes. I ignore resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks and damage.
Perfect. Alright, so you are doing your damage normally.
So, 10 points of damage.
10 total points of damage.
Second attack
Alrighty.
is an 18 plus
That will hit, yeah.
10 points of damage.
Alrighty.
And no offhand strike because I used my bonus.
Oh, and you know what I forgot?
What?
His lair actions.
Fuck.
You know what? Because I forgot, on the next count of 20. Alright, so that was Scratch. TP. You need some, because there is a lich in front of you, seeming to be made of smoke, embers, and shadow, howling in rage.
And he doesn't know why. He's like, is this the king? It could be. It might, he's, whatever. So, can I do a stealth?
You
That's
may
the thing
do a
I can-
stealth, as a bonus action, in fact.
Well, I'd love that. I'd love to do a stealth. Oof. 16.
You feel hidden.
I think that's very on brand for TP. And he wants to, I kind of want to skirt along the side of the room like along the wall. Like, I'm not going forward. I'm going lateral.
Right.
Sticking to the shadows, of course, as much as possible. Okay, so short bow. As much as he kind of wants to just stand around and not get involved in this, he's like, I have to be brave. The cat guy ran up and did the thing. He just punched the Lich in the face. That was pretty cool. So he's feeling a little bolstered. So he pulls out his shiny new short bow. And he knocks an arrow and shoot at him.
Roll to hit.
Okay. So 17.
17?
Mm-hmm.
You just hit. Roll your damage.
Okay, so you said that's 4d6s plus my proficiency?
Plus your dexterity.
Plus my dexterity, that's what I said. Okay, 19.
19 points of damage, which will be halved because it's not a magical weapon. But it's still a hearty hit.
That's not bad for poor sad little poopy pants over here. Poor little teapot.
More of a shit pot.
Oh.
And his eyes turn at you, and you're like, oh. And you like try to hide your eyes, and then his shadow, which was on the wall, turns and flares open with its like burning ember eyes, and opens its maw and just yells, "Shouldn't have done that, little boy."
Oh no! He definitely poops himself if he didn't before.
Well, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Poor boy. Oh, poor boy.
You already used your bardic inspiration, didn't you?
Yeah, I used it a while ago. 9.
Oh, that's a failure.
Oh, yes.
You are now frightened.
Yes, I have no doubt.
You are frightened for the next minute.
No, that seems very reasonable and very fair.
Any attacks you make at him are going to be at disadvantage, and you cannot move closer to him.
I didn't want to.
Yeah. And any attacks you make while he is in sight, which he's the only target, so it doesn't matter, but any attacks you make while he's in sight are at disadvantage as well.
That's fine.
And you get to repeat that saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Okay.
But that was his legendary action. It is Kreg's turn.
Finally!
You have options.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna rage, for starters.
It's a good option.
Yeah, I like that option. I intend to take that option. And then I'm gonna use my 2 attacks to basically say hi to the face with my sword.
What are you using to it? Oh, sword. There it is.
Yeah, pretty much I got a new thing, and I said that's what out. I'm not gonna just switch. That just seems like counterintuitive in battle. Unless I drop it, then I'll switch the great axe. But I'm going to just test my new thing. I'm like, he was always curious when his chieftain and not chieftain, the leader of the tribe and everything.
Chieftain works.
Ballsack.
Alzabak.
Ballsack. Used his, and now he has one, and he's like, he wants to see what this thing can do. So let's take a swing. Cool. 17 plus 9.
That'll hit.
That's 2. 6, actually. Don't need that one. I'll use you 2.
Remember, it's a +1 weapon, too, so...
I know, that goes towards the damage. So 18 points with the first slash as I cut down the torso.
Woof.
And it's a, +1, so I'm assuming that goes against magical resistances,
Yep.
I hope.
It cuts through magical resistance.
Alright, and then my next attack. That was a journey, and that was a fail. Because I doubt 13 is going to hit.
13 will miss.
Alright.
He turns to ash a little bit as your blade passes through him, and as the body reforms around the blade as it passes.
Alright. I kind of look at my friend. Don't be scared, we got this!
Piper, don't be scared, you got this.
Right. I had my bow ready, but I think we need a little bit more help than that. I'm just gonna do a quick little strum on the viol strings. Not even like taking off my back, just strum to get my dire puppies.
Pluck, pluck, pluck off your back.
Yep. Just get the dire puppies out.
What kind of damage do they deal?
That's
Piercing.
a 5 for them and initiative.
5 in initiative. So they go after Kethra.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't even split it up.
But they'll have pack tactics, so the chances of them hitting, and they might be able to knock him prone. I don't know if he's able to be knocked prone, but it's worth a shot. And I'm just gonna kind of.
Well, they're dogs, right? Don't they like chewing on bones?
And I'm gonna scoot closer to where the prince is, cause yeah, I don't have many options.
Alrighty.
I made mistakes of being a non-magic bard.
Alrighty. So that brings us to Sarath's turn. And he's got 2 people on him that he's not keen on keeping on him.
And 2 puppies.
And 2 puppies.
But he doesn't care about them yet.
You know, I might as well just start blowing the powerful spells right off the bat.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Hey, Kreg, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as he whips his hand out, points right in your face. Little cretin. Die!
Because of danger sense, I'm assuming him pointing directly at me is me seeing him, so...
Oh, yeah, you have advantage.
Oh, good, because that's a nat 1.
Good thing you have advantage.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we don't use that rule anymore because they'd be bye-bye Kreg.
Yeah. Oh, good. It's not a 20, but it's a 19 plus 4.
Okay. So you pass.
Mm-hmm.
As he casts Disintegrate in your face.
Oh, good. Oh,
Had you failed, it would have been 80 points of force damage.
Holy fuck!
I would have lived.
On a success, it's 40 as you feel your skin starting to dissolve with the blast of this force.
He looks at TP and he's just yelling, ah!
Look right at him so I see.
TP, you're watching the skin like starting to dissolve from his face.
This poor boy's gonna have nightmares. Not a good day.
He's never gonna want to do field work again. He's only ever gonna want to work in the kitchen.
He's gonna be a desk boy. He's gonna go into academia.
Oh, this poor guy. I don't want to be a thief anymore, Mommy. I want to be a bookworm. But yeah, that's his turn. So Kethra is going to take a cue from you there, Scratch, and cast Hunter's Mark. And that will hit with a 19. She does 13 halved to 6 damage. And second attack, because she's at a high enough level for a ranger to get a second attack.
Yay!
16 plus numbers will hit for only 3 points this time. Now the dire puppies can go.
Dire puppies. So Fang. Fang will miss. That was an 11. Fury will not, though, with a non-natural 20.
That will hit.
Okay. That is 9. 12 points of piercing, though I imagine even though they're...
It's halved.
So 6.
Yeah, they may be fey creatures, but their attacks are not magical.
He does need to make a strength save, though.
Alright. And he gets dragged to the floor.
Yes! Go Fury! Go Fury!
good.
It is now the lair action. So as he goes to the ground, he locks eyes with you, Piper, and he lashes his hand out. And a necrotic cord wraps around your throat, and you feel it tighten. And it's this just cord of energy that is tethering the two of you together.
Okay.
And then it's Scratch's turn.
That's an interesting term you just used.
Yep. It's almost like he has her on a necrotic leash.
What does that mean?
Not as kinky as it sounds.
Well,
Yeah,
depends on who you ask, but...
true.
It's Scratch's turn. He's on the ground, Scratch, so you got advantage on these attacks.
Yep, that are going to hurt Piper.
Oh.
You could read my mind.
Yeah.
So, alright.
Does it
I
hurt
don't know
Piper
that.
instead of or in addition to?
We don't know.
You'll find out in a second.
Well, that's a 9 plus 15.
That will miss. That's an advantage?
Yes.
Okay, you miss.
Second attack. 18 plus to hit.
That will hit. Piper, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Shit. Okay. 17?
Okay, you pass.
9 points of damage.
Alrighty.
Now it's my offhand strike.
Correct.
My unarmed strike. 19 plus.
That'll hit. Piper, make a Constitution save, please.
7.
You fail.
8 points of damage.
Piper, take 4 points of damage.
Okay. Okay.
Does he also take that damage?
He takes 4 points of damage. He is passing half the damage to her.
Okay.
Piper, do you make any noise of pain?
That cord tightens around your throat as it transfers the pain.
Do I need to make a con save for conjure animals?
Yeah, because you take damage. You have to con save for that.
Mm-mm.
But it's DC 10.
That's a 7.
Oh, the wolves are gone. Shit.
Oh,
Oh, it's only 2 charges to get him back. It's fine.
so TP?
That will bring us to TP, yes.
Yes, we need some.
For our pants.
I'm at disadvantage.
You're at disadvantage. Well, you're at
But he's
disadvantage for
prone.
multiple reasons. Prone makes him you're at disadvantage because you're using a ranged weapon anyway.
Oh,
You only have advantage on attack against him if you're within 5 feet of him.
but I can't get closer.
Right.
Okay, so I roll at disadvantage.
Correct.
12.
That will miss.
Okay.
But you can re-roll your save.
Okay.
You can also bonus action hide, yes.
What was it? A wisdom save?
It is a wisdom save, yes.
11.
Still a fail.
Okay. Can I still hide?
You can still hide, yes.
So what is that, stealth?
Stealth, yep.
I assume Pass Without a Trace isn't up anymore.
No, not once he cast Hunter's Mark.
Got it. I can do math. 23 to hide.
That, actually, you are hidden.
Excellent. I shaking my little boot.
And that will bring us to Kreg.
Shit. And I attack. With all the fury. Alright, so that's gonna be 22.
That'll hit.
Okay.
And that's a 19 con save, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's 15 points on the first attack.
Alrighty.
And... Ooh, that might miss. So that's gonna be a 16.
That'll miss.
Alright, then I'm gonna Frenzy at this point.
There you go. Might as well at this point.
Yeah. Oh good, that's a 19 on the die, plus numbers, so...
Yeah. And with your numbers, the shield doesn't matter. A con save there, Piper.
Crit!
Alright.
So that's 13 points of damage on that attack.
13. Alrighty. So that is Kreg. Piper, you are up.
So, question.
Answer.
Since we are tethered,
Mm-hmm.
since Shocking Grasp is touch, can I just touch the tether, or do I have to go and actually touch him?
You would have to touch him because the tether is just necromantic energy. It's not like it's... This isn't Voltron rules. I grab your electro whip and I send electricity through it and shock you.
And the fun part is, if I actually do manage to hit him, I could be hurting myself as well.
You could be, which would be hilarious. Damage feedback loop.
So I'm gonna go over, and I'm going to try to Shocking Grasp him.
Alright, so you walk over, you reach down, you have advantage because he's right there.
19?
That'll hit.
Hey!
I'll let it hit too because I want to see that con save.
See if I hurt myself.
See if you hurt yourself, because that'd be fucking hilarious.
That would be. Actually, it's a 7 and a 1, so 8 points of damage.
And that con save?
Nope.
So 4 and 4 is what you're telling me, as you hurt yourself in the process.
Neat.
So you like reach down, you grab him with your electrical hand, and it shocks him, but the electricity goes up the tether and shocks you around your neck as it tightens slightly.
I look at this, and I just like, huh.
All
I
right.
don't fucking have options, man. Actually, before, can I look to... I don't know where they went. I was gonna say, Teapot, you can shake this, you can do it. And give Bardic Inspiration.
Isn't that... Oh, it's a creature that can hear you, right? Not that you can see?
I believe so.
Alrighty. So he's going to stand, kind of crack his neck a little bit and go, well, let's see if we can't knock you down a peg. And he just flicks a little ball of light towards the door. It hits the ground like a tink, tink, tink. Boom! Fireball.
Yeah, I saw that.
Shit.
And he's making it so he catches everyone, including himself, but not the sun. So I need a dex save from everyone.
19.
Alright, so you pass, but now I also need a con save from you.
Shit.
Do I get danger sense?
19.
Alright, so you don't take the... He was actually banking on the fireball taking you out for that. Danger sense, yes, because you saw him do it.
I got a 25.
22.
Fuck.
And so you pass, so you'll take half... Wait. Yeah, you'll take half. You're not...
I will take nothing.
You will take nothing.
I will take the full amount, because a 4 and a 2 on the dice are not going to be good enough.
So it's 28 on a failed save, 14 on a success, and 7 for Piper because she succeeded and she is resistant.
Okay.
Alright.
You're a tiefling.
Right! Completely, I actually forgot. It's been a while. It's been a while since it's
And
mattered.
0 for me because I dodged out of the way.
Yep. And that is the end of his turn.
So fuck you, I'm still standing, bitch.
Yeah, Craig's still standing too, but I feel it's not going to be for long.
So it was Sarath's turn now. Oh, Kethra. I forgot about Kethra.
Yep.
Well, she failed. She succeeds on her con save because that was more than half her hit points. She remains conscious. Alrighty. So it's now Kethra's turn. And I think she's kind of done with this. She rips the cord on her armor and drops to the floor as she throws the bow and grabs the axe. And her form gets larger and hairier as she steps forward with the axe in hand and brings it down on him. Which first con save to... Nope, she lost Hunter's Mark. And she'll miss with the axe on the first swing. And she'll miss with the axe on the second swing, rolling back-to-back 11s. But she's like bellowing with roar and rage. And that will bring us to the lair action, which the tether around your throat disappears. Oh! And he can regain a level 6 spell slot,
Oh no.
Alright.
which was Disintegrate, as you may recall.
God fucking damn it.
But that'll bring us to Scratch.
I'm gonna punch him.
Probably wise.
Good.
That's a 19 plus to hit.
That'll hit.
$13 points of damage.
Alrighty.
Second attack. That is a natural 20.
Nice.
Yes.
So... 5... 27 points of damage.
Damn.
And then I'm going to use Fury of Blows.
Alrighty.
17 plus to hit.
That will hit. pretty sure your plus is more than +5, correct?
+6.
Yep. So shield wouldn't do anything.
8 points of damage.
Alrighty.
But actually, hang on, I need to look up my ability. I can use my violence of action to re-roll my damage dice
Alright.
for this. So instead of 8, it's going to be 14 points of damage instead of 8.
And with that, you plunge your claws right through his throat and grip tight, severing the connection from his head from his body, and the body dissolves into ash, and the head tilts back and screams as it burns in fire. And all the ash and dirt and dust that made up his body turn into a vortex that go flying towards Corum and plunge into his chest. And the Lich is gone.
Should we be worried about that?
Yes.
I feel we should be worried about that.
Kethra, drops the axe and turns back into herself in a moment and just runs to where Corum is.
Kreg passes out from exhaustion.
Can I go over and make a medicine check on him?
You certainly can.
So 15.
Alright. As you get over there and look at him, the color seems to be returning to his cheeks. And his eyes are kind of fluttering a little, and they slowly open. And he looks up and he sees you and Kethra standing over his bed. He looks at her and goes, Kethra, why are you naked? And why is Scratch, right? And looks around. Where am I?
Fort Blackdove.
Corum, throws the blankets off of him, swings his legs over the side, and sits up and goes, when did I get to... And then he stops. Wait a minute.
Yeah?
He gently pushes himself up and stands.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
That's... He's
You?
very confused.
I bet you're feeling better.
Substantially, actually. Yes.
The best sleep of my life.
And he reaches up and he touches the medallion around his chest, and his hand jerks back. Ah!
Oh,
What is...
wait. Was that it?
This is a gift from my mother. It was a pendant that she gave me. My father told me to always wear it.
Wait a minute. Oh, fuck.
So it wasn't going to you, it was going to that.
Going
Can
to
we do an
what?
Arcana check?
You may certainly do an Arcana check.
Hell no, I don't know magic shit.
18 Arcana?
18 Arcana. That looks a lot like that orb from the Ocean's Folly.
Oh,
Holy shit.
fuck.
But it doesn't look as well crafted. It's smaller, it's
Fucking knockoff.
or it's the work of someone who isn't skilled or is only becoming skilled with this kind of power.
So, is there a way to remove the orb from the necklace?
It looks like it's fixed in place, but a skilled jeweler could probably do it without damaging too much stuff.
Well, we need to worry about that. So, your father, the Lich, after trying to kill all of us and betray the entire city, kidnapped you and dragged you here. And we were sent to rescue you while the invading army approaches the city, and we believe that necklace is his phylactery.
We might be able to rescue your necklace and remove that orb and handle it, contain it.
That's a lot to process at the moment.
Yes, it is, but we do need to get back to Mace.
He kind of looks at Kethra, who you notice she's kind of covering up a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She's like, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what's going on. I'll trust you then.
Oh, and you two need to talk this out. This is getting ridiculous.
What are you talking about?
I feel like we'll have time while we're on the road to talk.
Well, there's no need to go on the road. If you wouldn't mind going up to the battlements and setting the beacon.
Oh.
It should still be flammable at this point.
Sure. That's not the problem.
Let Mace know that you're successful here. They'll send the message back. 1 beacon for safety, 2 beacons for danger is usually how it went.
TP, like, raises his hand. He's like, oh, what about all the zombies downstairs? I don't think we're that safe.
Are they loose and running around? You see Corum like...
No, we locked a bunch of doors.
They're locked in their respective rooms at the moment.
I locked a bunch of doors.
Yes, you did. And you did a good job. Now why don't you come with me to light the beacon?
I guess. He, like, stands up shakily.
The 2 of you light the beacon, and he turns to you, Scratch. What are you talking about, by the way?
You love her, she loves you. Work it out.
You see Kethra kind of blush and look away a little, and Corum kind of nods and goes, well, to be fair, he turns and looks at her. I have been working on carving you a proposal totem. Not very good, but I also wasn't sure how you would feel about being queen. And she just kind of has this wide-eyed look, much like how TP has looked throughout a lot of this. She has a very similar look on her face.
Do we get to return to see this?
You know what I just realized? Karenina's gonna be so pissed.
I know! But we'll cut away from this scene as Piper and TP go out on the battlements and you start climbing up. And you know, like 1 for safety, 2 for danger. 1 for safety, 2 for danger. And as you come over to look north, you see the fires.
Yeah, there it is.
The campfires, the torches, the encampments. As a rain begins to fall ever so slightly in the darkening sky, there is a warband, an army, massive army. Not right at your gates, but it'll be there soon.
Shit.
So.
And as lightning flashes, you see a figure only a few hundred feet away, standing on a rocky outcropping, nearly level with you. Tarnished bangles hanging from her arms, a warhammer in her hand, a cloak billowing behind her. The lightning flashes again and strikes the hammer, which crackles with energy. And, Piper, you recognize Altiel staring maliciously in your direction. This has been the Reliably Chaotic podcast. Champions of Solane is an original Dungeons & Dragons adventure written by Bryan Scharf using the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rule set published by Wizards of the Coast. My name is Bryan Scharf, and I've been your DM. You can reach me at ReliableDM on Twitter.
My name is Nicole Summers, and I play Piper.
This is Matthew Reed, and I play Scratch.
This is Andrew Brown, and I play Kreg.
This is Sara, and I played Teapot, also known as TP.
Theme music by Adrian von Ziegler. All other music by Kevin MacLeod on the Incompetech website and Adrian von Ziegler. Detailed information about music in this episode is provided in its description. Music for this episode was selected by Nicole Summers. The episode was edited by Matthew Reed with assistance from Sara. Contact us on Twitter at Reliably Chaotic, email us at reliablychaotic@gmail.com, or join our Discord server by following the link in our description. If you like our show and would like to support us, please consider becoming a patron by going to patreon.com/reliablychaotic or by leaving a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really does help a lot. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see you again in our next adventure.
So this place was decorated with grotesque art before it was a lich, or did the lich redecorate
I feel like it got warped over time.
his bedroom?
It probably got warped over time.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll allow that. I just like the idea of like the Lich King coming and be like, this place doesn't have the right vibe I'm going for. Let's redo all this.
It's like, this sculpture's lovely. Breaks parts of it, slashes the face. Now it's lovelier.
Exactly, yeah.